The Postal Service ignored my advice, and now it's broke. In September 2023, the American Thinker published my article, End the Postal Service Con Job. The article begins this way. USPS is the acronym for one of the worst-run operations of a poorly run U.S. government bureaucracy. I recommended deep cuts to the whole operation, including 2 weekday deliveries for businesses, a weekday and a Saturday for residential deliveries, and a dramatic increase in the rate for trash mail, also, of course, known as bulk rate. I get virtually all my important mail by email today. Hey, that's a fact. Instead, the USPS wants to raise the first-class stamp to 82 cents. Yes, this is rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic. This is not going to do much other than push the small amount of first-class mail remaining into email. Congress clearly has no clue as well. It passed a law supposedly to reform the USPS in 2022, and it required, that law, continued 6-day-a-week mail deliveries. Members of Congress, slow learners. They also don't understand finance. The stuff in my mailbox generally goes right from there to my recycling bin. In fact, while some bulk stamps are disguised, I've become an expert at reading those stamps. Hey, you marketing folks, when I see you did not buy a first-class stamp, the mailer goes direct to recycling. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. The latest headline is that the USPS is suspending contributions to its pension plan to cut the cash bleed. In my article, I recommended eliminating the pensions. Remember that less than 9% of the private sector employees have pensions. Why are we giving pensions to the public sector employees? We need to get rid of all public sector pensions, both federal and state, and yesterday. Like many Americans, I like my regular mailman. However, time to face reality. This is largely an unskilled job, and wages and benefits are totally out of whack for our society. So, cut delivery days, cut benefits, cut wages. Stop throwing good money after bad. I have previously expressed my opposition to public sector unions. The postal unions are a major factor in the runaway costs of the Postal Service. And in a big surprise, Amazon is bailing out the Postal Service by not moving as much as 80% of its own deliveries to its own fleet. The cut for now will be 20% instead of 80%. Putting this in dollars, of the $80 billion that the USPS takes in, $6 billion currently is from Amazon, its largest single customer. This will still be a cut in revenue to the Postal Service, just not nearly as dramatic. And before that hits, time to get on track with real reforms. If you've enjoyed this episode of Saving America, check out my first book, Decline of America, 100 Years of Leadership Failures, which features the presidents of Wilson through Obama and points out that America has been successful, unfortunately, despite its leadership. Check it out at Amazon. This is Dr. David D. Schein. Thanks for joining me for this special edition of Saving America. Remember, a new Saving America show is aired on the Brushwood Media Network every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Listen on any of the 16 network stations, Apple or Google mobile app, Apple CarPlay, TuneIn, Smart Speaker, and all smart TVs. Find more information at the brushwoodmedianetwork.com. Please be sure to join us each week. We welcome and love your feedback from our growing audience.